Question number 1. The gnomon in a sundial points in which direction?
Right choice. North-south is the best answer.
Question number 2. Which of the following cannot prevent soil erosion?
Correct. Deforestation is the right answer. Question number 3. Which type of motion occurs along a straight path? Nicely done. Rectilinear motion is a solid answer. Question number 4. The quantities that can be measured are called as? Smart move. Physical is an accurate answer. Question number 5. How many fundamental physical quantity are there? Smart pick. 7 is the correct choice. Question number 6. In ancient times, people used dash to measure time. On track. Sundial is the correct answer.
Question number 7. What type of scale you use to measure your chest?
Great job. Measuring tape is the accurate answer. Question number 8. Which of the following will produce severe burns? Well reasoned. Steam is the correct choice. Question number 9. 10 oscillations, 14 seconds, 25 oscillations, dash. Great thinking. 35 seconds is the right choice. Question number 10. Instrument used to measure distance in vehicles. Well picked. Odometer is the correct answer. Question number 11. The symbols of all units are written in singular. Good thinking. True is the right answer. Question number 12. What is the metallic ball in the pendulum called? Good job. Your answer, Bob, works well here. Question number 13. The time from one full moon to next was known as? Sharp thinking. A month is the right choice.
Question number 14. If I walk 20 miles in 5 hours, what is my speed?
Nice work. You chose 4 miles per hour and it is correct.
Question number 15. What is the standard unit for measuring current?
Well done. None of these is the right choice. Question number 16. On which axis is dependent variable represented? You chose y-axis, and it is correct. Question number 17. 1 km is in the ground equal to dash ECM in the graph sheet. Strong choice. 1 is the right answer. Question number 18. What type of motion exhibited by simple pendulum? Valid point. Periodic motion is true. Question number 19. The needle that moves fastest in a clock is dash. Perfect. Seconds hand is the correct choice.
Question number 20. All the clocks make use of some periodic motion.
Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer. Question number 21. Label all the parts of a pendulum. Correct response. Rigid, support, thread, bob is the most accurate answer. Question number 22. The relation between time, distance, and speed is? Solid response. Speed equal distance time is a valid choice. Question number 23. Aeroplane has non-uniform motion while takeoff. You're right. True is the correct answer.
Question number 24. What is the unit of speed in the metric system?
Excellent choice. Meter per second is the right answer. Question number 25. Which of the following is not the unit of time? Right again. Kelvin is a valid answer. Question number 26. Which of the following is not a type of motion?
Clear logic. Your choice straight motion is sound and 100% true.
Question number 27. The quantities which are measurable are called.
You got it. Your choice physical quantity is right.
Question number 28. Which is the most common time measuring device?
Excellent. Clocks or watches is a brilliant choice.
Question number 29. What type of motion does a simple pendulum do?
Bravo. Periodic is the answer.
Question number 30. The time period of the pendulum depends on its.
Exactly. Length makes sense and it is right choice.
Question number 31. The action or process of moving or being moved.
On track. Motion is the correct answer.
Question number 32. The length of cloth is 27 to convert into seam. Right choice. 2715 is the best answer.
Question number 33. The basic unit of time is minute.
Valid point. False is true. Question number 34. Microorganisms are part of abiotic components.
Excellent. False is a brilliant choice.
Question number 35. Q1 right formula to calculate the distance is.
Solid response. Speed x time is a valid choice.
Question number 36. The time between two sunrises is considered as.
Nice selection. Day is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 37. The pendulum clock is invented by Dash in 1756.
Smart move. Christian Huygens is an accurate answer.
Question number 38. Q2, the object that is moving is set to be in.
Nice work. You chose motion, and it is correct.
Question number 39. The distance traveled in an unit time is dash.
Well reasoned. Speed is the correct choice.
Question number 40. The basic unit of time is second, true or false?
Strong choice. True is the right answer.
Question number 41. A meter scale measure length accurately up to.
Right again. 1 mm is a valid answer.
Question number 42. Which of the following represents a velocity?
Correct. 40 mems is north is the right answer.
Question number 43. An instrument that is used to measure speed is.
You got it. Your choice speedometer is right.
Question number 44. The rotting dead matter in the soil is called.
Great thinking. Humus is the right choice.
Question number 45. The winter sleep of some organisms are called.
Great job. Hibernation is the accurate answer.
Question number 46. Motion of the hammer of an electric bell.
Well picked. Oscillatory is the correct answer.
Question number 47. Which type of motion is in haphazard manner?
Exactly. Random makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 48. On which factors evaporation does not depend?
Good job. Your answer quality of matter works well here.
Question number 49. 1 microsecond is 1/millionth of a second.
Smart pick. True is the correct choice.
Question number 50. Which of these is not related to a pendulum?
Nicely done. Sundial is a solid answer.
Question number 51. Force of gravity on the object is greater on.
Correct response.
Poles is the most accurate answer. Question number 52. Motion of a child in a merry-go-round. Clear logic. Your choice circular is sound and 100% true. Question number 53. The example of non-physical quantity is dash. Bravo. Feeling is the answer. Question number 54. Which of the following is a scalar quantity? Well done. Distance is the right choice. Question number 55. The smaller units of time are dash, sieve, and dash. You chose centimeter, millimeter, and it is correct. Question number 56. Select the most important types of motion. Good thinking. Circular is the right answer. Question number 57. Dash is a refinement of the pendulum clock. Perfect. Wristwatch is the correct choice. Question number 58. The distance covered by an object is called. Sharp thinking. Speed is the right choice. Question number 59. Till dash pendulum clocks were most accurate.
You're right. 1930 is the correct answer.
Question number 60. Combination of two or more cells are called. Excellent choice. Battery is the right answer. Question number 61. What unit is commonly used to measure time? Solid response. Seconds is a valid choice. Question number 62. How many jantar mantars are there in India? Nice work. You chose 2, and it is correct. Question number 63. What is the weight of the sun in kilograms? Clear logic. Your choice 2 and is sound and 100% true. Question number 64. The marks on a sundial show dash intervals.
Strong choice. Time is the right answer.
Question number 65. A distance vest time graph shows an object's. Right again. Speed is a valid answer. Question number 66. An object is dash if its position changes. Excellent. In motion is a brilliant choice. Question number 67. One of the following is not a type of soil. Good job. Your answer Sitley soil works well here. Question number 68. Distance between two cities is measured in. Valid point. Kilometers is true. Question number 69. The motion of the Earth around the Sun is.
Perfect. Circular is the correct choice.
Question number 70. Soldiers' marching parade is an example of. Correct. Straight is the right answer. Question number 71. Which of the following is a unit of speed? Exactly. km/h makes sense and it is right choice. Question number 72. The hammer of an electric bell has motion. Good thinking. Vibratory is the right answer. Question number 73. A distance time graph has distance as dash. You chose y-axis, and it is correct. Question number 74. The metallic plate of a sundial is called. You're right. Gnomon is the correct answer. Question number 75. The rotation of the Earth eastward causes. Well picked. Day and night is the correct answer. Question number 76. The movement of seesaw shows dash motion. Nicely done. Vibratory is a solid answer. Question number 77. If a body does not rotate, its motion is.
Smart pick. Translational is the correct choice.
Question number 78. The metallic ball present in pendulum is? Well reasoned. Bob is the correct choice. Question number 79. The metallic ball in a pendulum is called?
Excellent choice. Bob is the right answer.
Question number 80. The formula to calculate distance is dash?
Well done. Timex speed is the right choice.
Question number 81. Total distance covered equal to total time taken.
On track. Speed is the correct answer.
Question number 82. Which of the clock will be most accurate? Right choice. Atomic clock is the best answer. Question number 83. What helps camel to be protected by sand? You got it. Your choice, long eyelashes, is right. Question number 84. In amoeba digestive juice are secreted in?
Bravo. Food vacuole is the answer.
Question number 85. How do you tell if an object is in motion? Correct response. Reference points is the most accurate answer. Question number 86. Which of the following is not a conductor? Nice selection. Wood is the correct and valid answer. Question number 87. What is the other name for sundial clock? Smart move. Shadow clock is an accurate answer. Question number 88. The motion of needle in sewing machine is? Sharp thinking. Oscillatory is the right choice. Question number 89. Dash can be started and stopped at will. Great job. Stopwatches is the accurate answer. Question number 90. Oscillatory motion is also considered as? Great thinking. Periodic motion is the right choice. Question number 91. Example of derived physical quantity is? Well done. Area is the right choice. Question number 92. The speed of a train is expressed in amets. Right again. False is a valid answer. Question number 93. The motion in a straight line is called?
Nice work. You chose none of these and it is correct.
Question number 94. The SI unit of distance length is dash.
Strong choice. Meter is the right answer.
Question number 95. Electric bell works on the principle of?
You chose electromagnetism and it is correct.
Question number 96. In the case of uniform motion, the speed?
Right choice. Remains constant is the best answer.
Question number 97. The motion of vibrating guitar string is?
Great thinking. Oscillatory is the right choice.
Question number 98. The best soil for growing wheat crop is? Perfect. Loamy soil is the correct choice. Question number 99. Rate of change of displacement is called? Solid response. Velocity is a valid choice.
Question number 100. Device used to measure speed of a car is?
Clear logic. Your choice, speedometer, is sound and 100% true. Question number 101. A shadow's length is the shortest at dash. You got it. Your choice, noon, is right. Question number 102. True or false, a deca is a submultiple unit? Smart move. False is an accurate answer. Question number 103. Meter present on the dashboard of a car? Bravo. Speedometer is the answer. Question number 104. The motion of a swing shows dash I motion.
Nicely done. Oscillatory is a solid answer.
Question number 105. Which clock is also known as hourglass?
Excellent choice. Sand clock is the right answer.
Question number 1 and 6. Which one of these is not a type graph?
Smart pick. None of these is the correct choice.
Question number 107. Motion of your hands while running.
You're right. Oscillatory is the correct answer.
Question number 108. Wheels of a bicycle perform this motion.
Good thinking. Translatory and rotatory is the right answer.
Question number 109. The to and fro of an object is known as.
Exactly. Oscillatory motion makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 110. Distance equal to 400 km, speed equal to 20 km, time equal to.
Great job. 20 is the accurate answer.
Question number 111. The motion of coins on carom board is.
Excellent. Rectilinear is a brilliant choice.
Question number 112. Which of these is not a standard unit?
Good job. Your answer handspan works well here.
Question number 113. Who first designed the pendulum clock?
Correct response. Galileo is the most accurate answer.
Question number 114. Who experimented the pendulum of clock?
Nice selection. Goranan, Sidrikane and Thugal is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 115. How many sundials are there in India?
On track. 2 is the correct answer.
Question number 116. Hot air rising from a campfire is dash.
Sharp thinking. Convection is the right choice.
Question number 117. The unit of supplementary quantity is.
Well reasoned. Radian is the correct choice.
Question number 118. The speed of the tortoise can be up to.
Correct. 8 cm is the right answer.
Question number 119. Non-periodic motion are also called as.
Valid point. Random motion is true.
Question number 120. How many grams is equal to 1 kilogram?
Well picked. 1000 is the correct answer.
Question number 121. How many seconds are there in 1 hour?
Right choice. 3600 is the best answer.
Question number 122. The sundial is a device for measuring.
Strong choice. Time is the right answer.
Question number 123. The motion of all objects is not dash.
Perfect. Same is the correct choice.
Question number 124. Simple pendulum is an example of dash.
Excellent choice. Periodic motion is the right answer.
Question number 125. The SI system is the abbreviation of.
Well done. System International Deunites is the right choice.
Question number 126. A nanosecond is 1 dash of a second.
You chose billionth, and it is correct.
Question number 127. Time equal to 5 hour speed equal to 45 km tef distance equal to.
Nice work. You chose 255 km and it is correct.
Question number 128. Age of a person is expressed in days.
Well reasoned. False is the correct choice.
Question number 129. Another name for periodic motion is.
Right again. Oscillatory motion is a valid answer.
Question number 130. Periodic motion is also known as dash.
Solid response. Oscillatory motion is a valid choice.
Question number 131. Our ancestors used to find time with.
Exactly. Nature makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 132. What is the other name for hourglass?
Well picked. Sand clock is the correct answer. Question number 133. Motion in which speed keeps changing.
Great thinking. Non-uniform motion is the right choice.
Question number 134. Needles of a clock shows a dash motion.
Smart pick. Periodic is the correct choice. Question number 135. A dash is 1/1000th of a second.
Sharp thinking. A nanosecond is the right choice.
Question number 136. Dash covers equal intervals of time.
Nice selection. Uniform motion is the correct and valid answer. Question number 137. The motion of the Earth is periodic. Excellent. True is a brilliant choice.
Question number 138. Motion of a pendulum is an example of.
Good thinking. Periodic motion is the right answer.
Question number 139. A cheetah's running average speed is.
Great Jawam is the accurate answer.
Question number 140. Motion of a child on a seesaw.
Smart move. Oscillatory is an accurate answer.
Question number 141. A falling stone exhibits dash motion.
Valid point. Rectilinear is true.
Question number 142. The value of 2 kilometers is equal to dash.
Correct. 5/9 mess is the right answer.
Question number 143. The basic or say unit of time is dash.
You got it? Your choice second is right. Question number 144. 1/1000th of a second is called.
Good job. Your answer nanosecond works well here.
Question number 145. A measurement of distance over time. Clear logic. Your choice speed is sound and 100% true. Question number 146. What is the abbreviation for metra?
Bravo. M is the answer.
Question number 147. Which movement is a periodic motion?
Nicely done. Earth around its axis is a solid answer.
Question number 148. The correct properties of soil are.
You're right. All of these is the correct answer.
Question number 149. How fast does an average person run?
On track. 12 km is the correct answer.
Question number 150. Motion of top or fan is dash motion. Correct response. Rotational motion is the most accurate answer. Question number 151. Motion of Earth is a combination of.
Clear logic. Your choice, circular and periodic motion, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 152. Faster vehicle has a slowest speed.
Good thinking. False is the right answer.
Question number 153. Faster vehicle has a higher speed. You got it. Your choice true is right. Question number 154. The saliva breaks down starch into.
Exactly. Sugars make sense and it is right choice.
Question number 155. When I say, I am walking, I am.
Nicely done. In motion is a solid answer. Question number 156. What are the main types of motion?
Correct response. Linear, circular, periodic, oscillatory is the most accurate answer.
Question number 157. Motion of an arrow left from a bow.
Nice selection. Periodic is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 150. Duration of the time is in between.
Perfect. 2 events is the correct choice. Question number 159. Nearly all the clocks make use of.
Correct. Periodic motion is the right answer.
Question number 160. Larger units of time from these is.
Sharp thinking. Hour is the right choice. Question number 161. What is an oscillation measured in?
You chose S, and it is correct.
Question number 162. The unit of luminous intensity is.
Great job. Candela is the accurate answer.
Question number 163. The southern hemisphere is located.
Solid response. South of the equator is a valid choice.
Question number 164. Speed equal to 50 km in a distance equal to 200 km of time equal to.
Nice work. You chose 4 hour, and it is correct. Question number 165. What is the speed of human walking?
Excellent. 8 kms is a brilliant choice.
Question number 1666. Number of seconds in a day is dash.
On track. 86400S is the correct answer.
Question number 167. The symbol of unit of plane angle.
Right again. Rad is a valid answer.
Question number 168. The basic or SI unit of speed is.
Good job. Your answer M just works well here.
Question number 169. Microsecond is dash of second.
Right choice. 1 millionth is the best answer.
Question number 170. Who invented the simple pendulum?
Great thinking. Galileo Galilei is the right choice.
Question number 171. Motion of blades of a ceiling fan. Smart pick. Rotatory is the correct choice.
Question number 172. Movement of lift in a building is. Well done. Straight is the right choice.
Question number 173. The unit of speed in size system is.
Brabus is the answer.
Question number 174. Dash cannot be used after sunset.
Strong choice. Sundial is the right answer.
Question number 175. The standard unit of time is dash.
Smart move.
Second is an accurate answer.
Question number 176. Who invented the pendulum clocks?
Excellent choice. Jim He Had Been is the right answer.
Question number 177. The standard unit of speed is sem.
You're right. False is the correct answer.
Question number 178. The basic unit of time is second.
Valid point. True is true.
Question number 179. Average speed is measured in dash.
Well reasoned. Meter per second is the correct choice.
Question number 180. How many types of soil are there?
Well picked. None of these is the correct answer.
Question number 181. Simple pendulum has which motion?
Strong choice. Oscillatory motion is the right answer. Question number 182. What does a speedometer measure?
Great thinking. Speed of the vehicle is the right choice.
Question number 183. The water clock is also known as.
Sharp thinking. Clepsydra is the right choice.
Question number 184. What pulls a ball back to Earth?
Correct. Gravity is the right answer.
Question number 185. In which place is sundial there?
Excellent. Delhi is a brilliant choice.
Question number 186. What is the basic unit of speed?
Valid point. Meter per second is true.
Question number 187. The basic unit of speed is km.
Good thinking. False is the right answer.
Question number 188. Increase rate of speed over time.
Nice work. You chose acceleration, and it is correct. Question number 189. What is the function of odometer?
Right again? To record distance is a valid answer. Question number 190. Hot air dash, while cool air dash.
On track. Rises, sinks is the correct answer.
Question number 191. Which of these is a unit of time?
Perfect. Second is the correct choice.
Question number 192. Distorted motion of an object is...
Nice selection. Random is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 193. Moving of swing is an example of.
You got it? Your choice oscillation is right.
Question number 194. What equation is distance speed?
Great job. Time is the accurate answer.
Question number 195. The motion of simple pendulum is... You're right.
Oscillatory motion is the correct answer.
Question number 196. Rockets can attain speeds up to...
Clear logic. Your choice Chemeds is sound and 100% true. Question number 197, which is an aquatic adaptation. Bravo. Streamlined body is the answer.
Question number 198. Shadows are longest during dash. Nicely done. Morning and evening is a solid answer.
Question number 199. 36 gear modes can also be expressed as?
Good job. Your answer Temendos works well here.
Question number 200. The basic unit of time is meter?
Well picked. False is the correct answer.
Question number 201. A time period means dash.
Smart move. One oscillation is an accurate answer.
Question number 212. Motion of pendulum in clock is?
Solid response. Oscillatory is a valid choice.
Question number 2D3. A bowling ball rolls at a dash.
Well reasoned. Average speed is the correct choice.
Question number 214. A mean solar day contains dash.
Exactly. 24 hours makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 215. 24 km south is an example of?
Excellent choice. Velocity is the right answer.
Question number 216. What is the unit of frequency?
Right choice. Hertz is the best answer.
Question number 207. Heartbeat is a example of dash.
Smart pick. Periodic motion is the correct choice.
Question number 218. Which is not a type of motion?
Well done. Frequency is the right choice.
Question number 209. The standard unit of length is?
You chose meter, and it is correct.
Question number 210. Beating heart is an example of?
Correct response. Periodic motion is the most accurate answer.
Question number 211. What is sundial also known as?
Smart move. Shadow clock is an accurate answer.
Question number 212. Why does a rolling ball stop?
Nice work. You chose friction and it is correct.
Question number 213. The unit of speed of train is. You got it. Your choice kilometer per hour is right. Question number 214. 10 centuries equal to dash millennium.
Nicely done. 1 millennium is a solid answer.
Question number 215. What is the motion of a swing?
Exactly. Periodic motion makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 216. Motion is the change in what?
Correct response. Position is the most accurate answer.
Question number 217. What is the formula of speed?
Great job. Distance W time is the accurate answer.
Question number 218. What is the full form of MNCB?
You're right. Miniature circuit breaker is the correct answer.
Question number 219. Speedometer measures distance.
Bravo. False is the answer.
Question number 220. The unit of electric current.
Perfect. Ampere is the correct choice.
Question number 221. Give the basic unit of speed.
Good job. Your answer meta second works well here.
Question number 222. Vibrating guitar strings show.
Excellent choice. Periodic is the right answer.
Question number 223. The standard unit of mass is.
Sharp thinking. kg is the right choice.
Question number 224. SI unit of distance is dash.
Right choice. Meter is the best answer.
Question number 225. Formula for finding out time.
Well done. Dix is the right choice.
Question number 226. Rubber is considered an dash.
Clear logic. Your choice insulator is sound and 100% true.
Question number 227. 1 hour equals a dash seconds.
Solid response. 3600 is a valid choice.
Question number 228. How many types of motion are?
On track. None of these is the correct answer.
Question number 229. Earth's orbit is shaped like.
Valid point. An ellipse is true.
Question number 230. A simple pendulum executes a.
Smart pick. Both A and B is the correct choice.
Question number 231. All oscillatory motions are.
You chose periodic motions, and it is correct.
Question number 232. 50 millennium equal to dash years.
Well reasoned. 50 Zollausen is the correct choice.
Question number 233. The unit of temperature is.
Excellent. Kelvin is a brilliant choice.
Question number 234. Find the correct statement.
Nice selection. Both are correct is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 235. What is the symbol of gigavis?
Well picked. G is the correct answer.
Question number 236. The formula for distance is.
Great thinking. Speed into time is the right choice.
Question number 237. The unit of solid angle is.
Good thinking. Aresian is the right answer.
Question number 238. Which is not an insulator.
Correct. Copper is the right answer.
Question number 239. Meter is equal to dash mm.
Strong choice. 1000 is the right answer.
Question number 240. 1 centimeter equals dash.
Right again.
10 ms is a valid answer.
Question number 241. Which of these is correct?
Excellent. Speed equal to distance time is a brilliant choice.
Question number 242. What is a periodic motion?
Bravo. A repetition is the answer.
Question number 243. To calculate speed, we need
You got it. Your choice distance and time is right. Question number 244. What is the speed formula?
Exactly. S equal to distance time makes sense and it is right choice.
question number 245. Some of the ancient clocks.
Sharp thinking. Sand clock is the right choice.
Question number 246. Correct cause soil erosion.
Clear logic. Your choice, both A and B, is sound and 100% true.
Question number 247. Convert 72 comma to intimus. Smart pick. 20 manas is the correct choice.
Question number 248. Psi is the abbreviation of.
Nice selection. Systeme International D Unites is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 249. 1 day equal to how many seconds? You chose 86400 and it is correct.
Question number 250. Convert 36 kmg to ms.
Strong choice. 10 Masaris is the right answer.
Question number 251. Basic unit of speed is
Correct. Is the right answer.
Question number 252. Speed is defined as dash.
Nice work. You chose distance time and it is correct.
Question number 253. 5 minutes equal to dash seconds.
Great job. 300 is the accurate answer.
Question number 254. Sand clock is similar to.
Correct response. Water clock is the most accurate answer.
Question number 255. Their SI unit of speed is.
Valid point. Ms is true.
Question number 256. Who invented sand clock?
Well reasoned. LUT par and is the correct choice.
Question number 257. Device to measure speed.
Excellent choice. Speedometer is the right answer.
Question number 258. 15 hours equal to dash seconds.
Good thinking. 54,000 is the right answer.
Question number 259. Speed equal to distance time.
Perfect. False is the correct choice.
Question number 260. How to calculate speed?
Great thinking. Distance time is the right choice. Question number 261. What is speed of falcon? On track. 320 kmh is the correct answer.
Question number 262. Convert 20 ms to kmh.
Smart move. 72 km is an accurate answer.
Question number 263. 60 years equal to dash decades.
Good job. Your answer 6 works well here.
Question number 264. Years equal to dash centuries.
Right again. 100 is a valid answer.
Question number 265. Standard unit of speed.
Well picked. Mexis is the correct answer.
Question number 266. Example of a pendulum.
Well done. None of these is the right choice.
Question number 267. Soil contain moisture. Solid response. True is a valid choice.
Question number 268. Motion of a drill bit.
You're right.
Rotatory and translatory is the correct answer.
Question number 269. The top layer of soil.
Right choice. None of these is the best answer.
Question number 270. Unit for distances.
Nicely done. km is a solid answer.
Question number 271. Tick the correct one.
Strong choice. None of these is the right answer.
Question number 272. Formula of distance.
You chose sexty, and it is correct.
Question number 273. 1 millennium equal to what?
Clear logic. Your choice 1,000 years is sound and 100% true.
Question number 274. The unit of time is.
Solid response. Second is a valid choice.
Question number 275. 1 hour is equal to.
Correct response. 3600 is the most accurate answer.
Question number 276. 36 correct is equal to.
Perfect. 10 measures is the correct choice.
Question number 277. Psi unit of time is.
Good thinking. Second is the right answer.
Question number 278. 90 elf equal to dash ms s.
Excellent. 25 is a brilliant choice.
Question number 279. Psi unit of length.
Good job. Your answer, Mitcha, works well here.
Question number 280. Psi unit of mass is.
Right choice. Kilogram is the best answer.
Question number 281. Lead's full form is.
Great job. Light-emitting diode is the accurate answer.
Question number 282. Basic unit of time.
Well picked. Second is the correct answer.
Question number 283. Unit for speed is.
Nice work. You chose mGauss and it is correct.
Question number 284. Speed equal to dash of door time.
You got it. Your choice distance is right.
Question number 285. Distance equal to.
Right again. Speed time is a valid answer.
Question number 286. Psi unit for speed.
Exactly. mGuess or kmh makes sense, and it is right choice.
Question number 287. Distance speed equal to.
Bravo. Time is the answer.
Question number 288. Time is equal to.
Excellent choice. Distance's speed is the right answer.
Question number 289. 10 centuries is.
Nice selection. 1 millennium is the correct and valid answer.
Question number 290. Acceleration is.
On track. All of the above is the correct answer.
Question number 291. So unit of time.
Correct. Seconds is the right answer.
Question number 292. Satellite show.
You're right. Periodic is the correct answer.
Question number 293. Unit of speed equal to.
Nicely done. Kilometers hour is a solid answer.
Question number 294. 10 decades equal to.
Smart move. 1 century is an accurate answer.
Question number 295. Solar days equal to.
Valid point. 1 year is true.
Question number 296. 10 century equal to.
Well done. 1 millennium is the right choice.
Question number 297. km equal to dash m.
Sharp thinking. 2500 is the right choice.
Question number 298. 1 kh equal to. Well reasoned. 580 memsas is the correct choice.
Question number 299, 1 cube equal to. Smart pick. Fifth 18 mess is the correct choice.
Question number 300, 1 is equal to.
Great thinking. 18.5 comes there is the right choice. Question number 301, how you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Well reasoned. Contact Narayan Changdar on Facebook is the correct choice.